I actually went live a little faster than I wanted to. I wasn't prepared. What would you even know it? Would you even freaking know it? Would you even know it? Okay. Well, custard's here. What up? What is happening? Skibbity's in here. Hey! Someone said they got their first mini bike because of me. Well, that's just sick.
Hey, young man.
You probably should do more. Whoa. All right.
Pause it?
Yeah. Pause this so we can read this. I'm going to be looking up at my screen up here to read comments.
I got down.
You want to get over? Okay. Got a lot of comments. How's everybody doing tonight on this Sunday night? We was going to play a card game, but then I decided to do this. Okay. Shut it. Got to update. Okay. So today we went to church. Came home from church. Went to Costco. Get groceries. Freaking went in there, got one buggy full of groceries, which Costco buggies are a little bigger, and it was $700. I was like, good night, dude. What I get? Like 3 noodles and a hamburger bun? So, I'm going to answer a few questions. Me and Grayson's about to have to go to bed. Cookie, the little baby. I'm going to clean my camera.
Bro. What is this?
So, any hoosies. We went to church, went to Costco, came home. We cooked some crab cakes and some shrimp, and it was mid. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just the shrimp was mid. But, yeah. So, let's see. What are people saying? Someone was saying we need to do more 420 builds. Yeah. We've done quite a bit of them. We need to finish a supercharger on the gravy bones. Grayson's probably gonna get bored real quick. We do have a Wildcat 240. So we got the parts coming to do a stage 4, I think, on a Wildcat 240 and on the 223, I believe, something like that. And then we also have Lonnie's billet head. If you guys remember a long time ago, we put a billet head on Lonnie's engine, and we got a new cam coming for his engine, and we're putting a stroker kit, and it'll be the most horsepower 212 we built. You know, small block we built so far. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah. So just ask your questions. We're going to go through them. Grace, you got anything to add? What'd you do today?
Same thing as you. I mean, I watched a few NBA games, but
Grayson's lives his life watching the NBA. What the smoke from? What the dog doing?
It's from the other thing.
Whoa! You see that spider? Sorry, I'm
Where?
getting distracted. It was in this camera. It went great. Okay. Grayson is getting big. He's a big pain in my rear. Nah, he isn't. Well, sometimes. But
Bro, unpause this.
Why? Alright, Grayson, we need to. Whoa. Okay. So I'm gonna answer some questions, and then we'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll answer some questions. You should do a full build on a Duramax 500. They don't make any parts for it. They also don't make any parts for the 999 Duramax. There's no rods, cams, anything like that. We could port the head, put a better carburetor on it, like a bigger carb, little things like that. But other than that, we can't do anything to the 999. The Duramax has different size cam, rod, everything in it. So there's no flywheels, and no one's going to support the engine because Duramax. That's why we don't work with them anymore, is because they switch their manufacturers of their engines a lot. That's why it went from like the 440 to a 439, and they just keep coming out with all these random engines. And the Duramax 500 actually makes less torque than the 440 for some odd reason. So it's, it'd be a cool motor to build, but there's no parts for it. And again, 999, same way. I don't know about their new 439. I just quit messing with them because it was like every year I'd have to recheck every single engine because they just hunt, and there's nothing wrong with it, but they hunt for the cheapest manufacturer of their engines is what they're doing. And when the next company can make it cheaper, they switch over to them and they just tweak the engines a little bit. Someone said, what are those EC cylinder spacers used for? I'm not positive what you're talking about. I know there's like a torque plate that you can torque down, and it simulates a head being torqued onto your block so you can check your bore. Because when you torque a head on the engine, the bore can twist, and you can buy a torque plate. You torque on there, then you can put a set of indicators in it and find out if your bore is true. A lot of people will bolt those plates on and then home bore them and make sure their cylinder is straight with the head bolted on. And the other one that you might be talking about, sometimes people make them where you can TIG weld them onto the block and extend the bore, but you would have to sleeve it. But I'm not sure. Billy, our email's in every video. I try to email people back. We get a lot of emails and stuff. So if we don't email you back, we are not trying to ignore you. We normally will at least say no if someone's asking us to do a build or something. But sometimes they get just buried. Grayson, got anything you want to talk about? What's happening in life?
School. TCAP sucks.
I didn't even know you done TCAP. Mom, your dad.
No, we're doing it's next week. But we have
You
like
prep for it?
Yeah, we had like 14 tests to do this week. It's so stupid.
Grayson done TCAP test.
I think they're trying to play the game.
I don't know. I mean, you can go play with them. We'll do. But someone asked if we've ever built an alcohol engine. No. Well, we technically, yes, but we didn't. I was supposed to order a alcohol carb because you have to really do some modification to a carb. Basically, you're going to burn way more fuel when you use alcohol. So, no, we never ran one off alcohol or anything like that. So, yeah. Oh, I thought you was going to ask a question. Don't then.
Rain.
This is Aiden. This is Aiden, Justin Free. And Aubrey. Does anybody want to answer a question?
Yeah, I'll answer. CJ. Hey.
Hi, CJ. Is it okay to use Amazon Honda clones? No. Yeah, they're all the same. I mean, really. They just might not have as good quality as something like a Tilson or a Wildcat.
Yeah,
most
no
likely.
cap.
No cap. Freaking cap was here. No cap. Took the cap right off. The Tilson 212R, someone said, is it still available? Is an out of the box option still like that? 240 is like the Tilson 212R when it came out. It was wrong from the factory. I think they put a wrong cam in it or something. The specs was way off because they rushed it out. So it was never we had to pull the video and everything that we made on it because they basically just discount sold all the engines and never did anything with them.
Okay.
All right, obviously. Say Aubrey, say Hayden, say it. Becca made him come out here, so.
Yeah. Bro, it's awesome.
But should I get a Coleman 200 for $300? Has a few mods anybody can answer. They're alright bikes. I mean, they're the worst mini bike, but you know.
Hey, don't down them.
$300. Can't really find much for $300. So if you don't have nothing, yes, $300 is riding is better than not riding.
No cap.
No cap. Here's the cap. Gone. No cap.
Yeah, bro.
Someone asked on Lonnie's Deuce, did we have rubbing issues with 25-inch wheels? Was there good clearance and stuff? We built A-arms for it. Factory, I can't remember if it would fit on factory. I think it would probably, but I'm not positive. So we modified his, and then I've done so many Deuces, I didn't want to do another Deuce. Like, we have 2 or 3 Deuce frames outside, and I'm probably just going to sell them all because I don't want to do another Deuce. We've done too many of them and just want to move away from that. So, that's why I gave Lonnie the blue candy buggy. CJ, yes, we have that thing. You should buy it from me. I'll give you a smoking deal on it. Sitting outside, dying away. I was going to paint it and everything. I just don't want to go through all the money and the work to do it. But, what's a good carb for a stock Ghost? I'm telling you guys, if you try the Wildcat 22, the WC 22, it is an amazing carb out of the box. Is it the best carb? No, but for the money, it's one of the best ones, and they've done a really good job at tuning it. So I would go with the WC 22. It's a little bit higher than what you'll pay for a Chinese carb, but you're not going to have to do much tuning at all on it. Every one I run, I don't have to tune them at all. Like, no jet swap out or nothing. They work really good. Well, I don't want to hunt it. This?
Yeah, they said it. No, never mind.
I don't see it.
Never mind.
Right here?
No. It's fine. It's down. It's more down. Down.
I don't see it. Grayson saw a question. Was it something rude?
Nah, he was talking about the Kate.
Mm.
Caleb, bro, she's already has a boyfriend. Calm down, Jackson, whenever you...
Oh, Hayden Vance is in here. Whoa, Hayden. Okay. Back to business. Grayson's mainly staying here so you don't have to take a shower and get ready for bed.
Alright, let's put on the flash.
You do not have to remove a governor if you're getting the Juggernaut or the Super 30 series. It's going to work exactly the same. It just can handle a little higher RPMs than the stock Comet 30 series. It's just a better all-around pulley. It's basically a 780 for a 212. Like, a 780 uses roller weights and springs in it, where a 30 series, just standard Comet 30 series, uses these like lead weights or whatever. Maybe aluminum. But there are just a lot of friction happens in them. They have a lot of heat. They don't have as much closing movement, like bell movement. And that's why you get more RPMs out of the Juggernaut or the Super 30 series. Nothing is different from a Juggernaut, the Juggernaut branded one versus something on Amazon or ECs. They're all coming out of the same factories. They're all the same pulleys. I remember the first run of them. I never had the problem, but people's breaking the spiders inside of them. Again, we never had that issue, but, you know, even though we do this for a living, we don't ride stuff like crazy. Throughout the weeks, we don't ride at all, hardly. I haven't rode one of my vehicles other than the Gator doing yard work, because we have to be making content of working on stuff. So, because a lot of people don't want to see us ride in our woods and stuff. It's just a good testing spot, but it ain't something we just go out and ride in. We do if there's like a bunch of people here, but just on a day-to-day, we don't. So we don't put a ton of time on our machines other than when we're at meetups, and that's why we ride so much at meetups, because that's when we ride. So the 212R, it really wasn't that special. It was supposed to be, but it wasn't. basically it was just had a cam in it. That was the only real difference about the 212R. It wasn't like it was a ported head or anything. It was just a stock 212 engine with a supposed to have a little bit better cam, but the cam profiles was off, and it worked fine. It didn't work like they thought it would. Um, so that's why. But if you want something like a 212R, honestly, I mean, you could buy any engine because the 212R still had a governor in it, from what I remember. You could buy something like a Wildcat 223 and make more power than that 212R ever made. So that's what I'm saying. There is still engines like it. It's just there's better engines, and the 212R wasn't like a super strong block or anything where the Wildcats have more casting. The best block on the market is a Tilson block. But if you want the best bang for the buck, like the best dollar per horsepower, you're going to get the 240 Wildcat, the 240R, I think they call it. Again, we're about to do a build on one very soon. Name any car for an edit.
Porsche 911.
Porsche 911. So someone's asking again, what's a cheap carb for that's good for a 196? The WC22 is the best all around budget carb. It'll do well with stock engines and stuff. So the Wildcat 223, the way it comes out of the box, it's still a stock style engine. It just already has a stroker kit in it, basically 58 millimeter crankshaft. So you would still want to put a cam in it. I would go with like the 265 Wildcat carb. I think it's the Tennessee Thunderstick. That's a really good, affordable cam. And if you buy a cam from EC, they all come with valve springs in the box. You don't have to buy them separate. So when you're buying them, just think like that's going to save you 15, 20 bucks because that's what most people sell springs for. EC sells valve springs, I think, cheaper than anybody. I had factory arms on a deuce and you still had 20. Oh, okay. It probably did rub a little bit, Brian, Lonnie's deuce. I forgot about that. I forgot about that part of the series. But it may have rubbed a little bit, but it wasn't horrible. Best rockers for the money. I haven't ran ECs yet. They're going to do the same thing as the Venoms and stuff. But I normally like 1.2s to 1.3s. If it's a trail bike and stuff, normally you don't even need rockers. It just depends on what you're running. Thank you, Jeff, for the donation, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Playa. So I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, I still can't remember what I was saying. But yeah, so it may have rubbed a little bit, but and the rocker arms, that's what we was talking about. So just if you're doing a trail bike, you really don't even need ratio rockers. It just puts more stress on the valve train, and you're not really revving it in higher RPMs where you would normally utilize higher lift. That's why we stick with a 265 cam. A lot of people want to put a 308 cam and all this stuff in their engines, but they're just trail riding and stuff, and there's no need for it. You're just wasting money and everything. You can just go with a good all-around build with a 265 cam and stuff in it. But higher RPM rockers, I've never used the EC rockers. We're about to use some. I would think that EC's done a lot of design to make them clear where Venoms don't and stuff like that. So I would like to say EC, but I haven't used them. I know Venoms are good, but EC's price is so good, I would try EC's out. But again, we work with EC and we really like them. We work with a bunch of performance companies, NR Racing, ARC. Back in the day, we used to be tied to one company and we couldn't work with other companies, and that's what is nice about now is we can work with anybody, so it's unbiased as we can possibly be because we try to use everybody's stuff. Okay, so is there any way I can buy a mini bike from you? I can email you, but I know you get so many emails I didn't want to bother you. You can, but all of our mini bikes are pretty expensive. They're anywhere from $25 to $4,000 because everything's been done to them. They're like, as far as I would personally build them. Should I keep the diff in my streaker car or just make the jump to a straight axle? Those diffs are normally pretty good, long as you keep bearings and stuff and like grease them, or I'm pretty sure